Well, welcome back to Let's Talk, friends. Glad you could join me and hope you're having yourself a good day. Sorry it's been a little while, but it's been quite busy for me. Had a lot of things I've had to get done and haven't had a chance to sit down and just be with you people and talk with everyone and see how things are going. Today here on Let's Talk, we're going to have a little discussion about food insecurities and how we can make the best of it. I know today we look across what we have, the stores, I mean, very expensive. Uh, uh, if you haven't noticed, and I'm sure you have, that things aren't going down, that's for sure, in the stores. Um, just to give you a prime example, ground beef now is where I'm at here in the Midwest, is closer to $7 a pound. And I'm sure it's higher in some places and lower in some others, but still. And I was reflecting on this with some friends the other day, and we were talking about it. And I said, I remember growing up, and hamburger was called cheap meat. Well, it's no longer that. So, how do we make do? Well, we can go back to what our grandparents and great grandparents did in hard times, and we make the best. And it just takes a little ingenuity to do it. Now, just think about that for just a moment. How can that work? Well, one thing that my grandparents did is they made a hobo stew. And it actually is something that is very good and it's very filling and it has a lot of protein in it. And you can stretch your meat to go a lot further. What she used to do was she would take beans, hamburger, onion, some tomato sauce or tomato, paste, mix it up, throw some hot dogs in it, and stretch it. And believe me, with your beans or pork and beans, however you want to do it, you can turn a small deal into a large meal and stretch it for quite some time. But we have to look at our past to look toward our future. Now, I know that doesn't make much sense, but in a lot of sense, it does. Because if you would really sit back, the folks who were down this road way before we were, they had hard times too. Now, this time is a lot different because back in the old days during our grandparents and great grandparents' times, they cooked with wood and coal, where today we rely on electricity and gas to do that for us. But there's still some similarities here, and we can make it work for us if we just look toward it. Now, one of the things I will suggest that you do is look at your pantry and say, hey, can I use this and that? And it will help you on your weight loss journey as well, because you can look at making a really good meal, but also nutritious and healthy. We have to watch a lot of the processed, highly processed foods. And I noticed too, when I was looking at some of the grocery ads over the weekend, I noticed, and maybe you have too, but the healthier options seem to go up faster, but the low cost items are the unhealthy ones. Potato chips and stuff like that, I mean, is ridiculous. I mean, you could make your own if you would buy bulk in potatoes. It's not that hard. I know it's easier just to go grab a bag off the shelf, but think about this. You can actually make things healthier for you. Another thing, look for recipes online. Go that route. Things that you can use to stretch. There are several places online that will help you. And of course, YouTube is another place. There are people on there that will show you how to stretch your food budget. Many people have kids and they're worried about how they're going to feed them. And of course, we have the dilemma right now that with the SNAP benefits, there's a possibility that people won't get them on the first if they don't get their act together in Congress and get this all figured out. And needless to say, they're kind of like spoiled children. What's going on? I think they all need to go back to the classroom and remember what it means to work together for the good of the people. It's not about themselves, it's for the good of the people. I mean, it's all stupidity. But we're not going to stand on that soapbox and preach about that because I'm sure you've had enough of that. Now, the one thing you do definitely need to do is prioritize how you're going to make things work. Very simple. Eggs have come down, actually a lot since when they were up to what, $8, $9, $10 a dozen. You can take eggs and stretch a meal. One thing my grandmother used to do is she made a breakfast casserole, and she would take a pound of cheap sausage. Now, you don't have to use the expensive stuff. You can find cheap sausage out there in a store. Mix it with some eggs, cheese, onions, and some hash browns or something and make a casserole. And so you can stretch your dollar that way. And eggs are filling, and it's very high protein, very good for you. I mean, you can take potatoes and make your own hash browns with it. It's just a little bit more work, but you know what? You know what's in them. Because let's face it, a lot of the stuff you see in the grocery aisle, especially the frozen food aisles, look at hash browns. You'll see added preservatives to it, which doesn't make any common sense at all. Why would you need preservatives if it's frozen? Okay. Another thing, if you have young children at home, why not look to something that you can make homemade for them instead of going out and buying store-bought cookies and stuff when you can do it yourself? I mean, a little ingenuity, some peanut butter, some oatmeal, and stuff like that. And you could make some oatmeal peanut butter cookies for them. And those kids will just go crazy over them. And guess what? You've made it yourself. And we need to get back to the thinking of that because that's what life's all about. Now, I know what you're thinking. Now, Rich, you're on a diet and everything else. Yes, I am. And I'm still losing weight. So I'm using my head in this sense and learning to stretch things. I made a very low carb meatloaf and been stretching that out. Meatloaf can be stretched out in different ways, but for me, for low carb, I had to think of something to do there. And it worked out perfectly for me. And I'm still living on it, and it's been over a week. But there again, look at your choices that you can make. I mean, just analyze your food budget. Look at it carefully. Get rid of the unhealthy. Look to the stuff that maybe you want to make more homemade. Pick a day on the weekend when you're not so busy and say, hey, we can make this in bulk and stretch it out for the next few days. Soup, homemade soup, absolutely fantastic to make yourself. Nothing to it. Chicken right now is being pretty decent in price. You don't have to buy the breast. Actually, it's cheaper to buy a whole chicken and make stuff with chicken. Sometimes your local grocery stores will have rotisserie chickens, and you can get them on sale for, $5, $6. They've already cooked it for you. Take it home. Make something out of it, like a chicken casserole. It's easy to stretch that out. Strip it yourself. Don't eat it just as a rotisserie chicken. Make it into casseroles and such, because it's all there for you. You can buy a whole chicken and make broth and make soup with it, different kinds of stuff. I mean, there is so many options out there that you can stretch your food budgets and still stay on track with your diet. And you want to look at the parameters of everything on your list. Do I really need this? Can I do better? You can. Aldi's, very good place to shop. I'm sure there's discount grocery stores. Watch your labels. I mean, very carefully. Watch for the preservatives. Watch for the stuff like that, because you got to make sure that you got to be doing this healthy. Another thing before we wrap this up is don't lose faith and hope. I mean, things look pretty dark and dim, and they look pretty bad. I mean, there's job losses today, and hearing so much what's going on in the news, it can get you pretty down, and but don't give up, please. There's always somebody to turn to and talk to. You've got the good Lord Himself. You can pray to Him. He can help you, or find somebody that you can sit down and chat with. Feel free, if you want, leave a comment here and talk with us. I'd sure love to talk with you. And I can give you some pointers on things that you can look forward to that will help you with your food budget, things you can look at and change. I mean, it's all right in here. You've got a network of friends, folks, that will be there for you. So just hang in there. Don't give up. We'll all persevere for this, because that's the main thing. I mean, things always look tight and tough, and we'll get through this. We will, all of us together. No matter what it is, just hang tough, and don't look at the bad side. There was an always old saying, and I know you've heard it. Don't look at the glass half empty, look at it half full. Be pessimistic. That can be the worst enemy for you. Look on the brighter side of things, because it's there for you, and I know you can. It's just something that we all, sometime or whether or another, get into that negative sense, and it happens, and that's just what happens to it. So, as far as anything else goes, I'll keep you abreast. We'll do another Let's Talk video here pretty soon. Sorry again that I've been so far behind and not put one out for a little bit, but like I said, I've been really busy and things have kind of slowed down, so I'll be making more and more of these as the days go on. So no matter what the struggle, folks, there's always hope. Take care. Don't forget to like and subscribe right here and click that notification bell. And I'll see you again real soon here on Let's Talk.